As the Western world is building regulations, would we be seeing more projects move to, say, these third world countries that are wanting money, wanting income, wanting employment for people within their country, and would be less less regulations and jurisdictions for them to set up there, which I remember Malta done many years ago. And a lot of exchanges such as Binance actually moved to Malta. It was like a big Malta migration of exchanges at one point.
Yeah. Oh, look, I mean, okay, the conversation I really have with them is to say, look, are you building something that is just going to be short term, or do you want it to last? Right? Almost 100% of people will say, well, we want it to last. Well, if that's the case, then the biggest thing that's going to give you a competitive edge is to outlast your competition. That's the way I say it to them. And the one way you can outlast your competition right now is to set up properly and be ready for the incoming onslaught of regulation. That's seriously, that's just my view. It's not really a matter of, yes, let's set up in a favorable jurisdiction and let's see how it goes. There are people that want to do that, but then those are the people that really haven't thought through what they're trying to build. And if they haven't thought through what they're trying to build, then I can't really help them, because then I don't know what documents or what things I'm making for them. So that's I think pretty key to the whole conversation. People in the space, I don't think really realize the impact regulations will have, and the fact that regulators don't just act straight away. They're going to act in 2-3 years time. Now you might be developing a game or an NFT project or something, and in 2-3 years time, if you play your cards right, you might be sitting on $1 billion, right? And if at that point in time a regulator comes back and says, hey, look, you did XYZ wrong and you have to refund everyone plus profits, well, what are you going to do? Right? And there are regulators that have the ability to do that. So those are the types of conversations I have with people that come to me. A lot of it in the initial chat is kind of educational. That's kind of been my approach. I don't cater to the big side of town. That's not what my law firm does. I try and keep it more grassroots, more kind of really people that are eager to develop, eager to do things, but they just want to have that conversation to say, hey, what if I do it right? And how do I do it right? They're not necessarily going to have the funding or backing to spend, 10, 20 grand on a lawyer to set up an entity or a multi-jurisdictional structure. And that's not really my target market. My target market is the person that just goes, hey, look, I've made this NFT project. How do I protect myself? How do I make sure that the rights that I have are retained and I've licensed it out correctly? And then I go, look, let's have that conversation. So it's those type of people, which I'm starting to see more and more of. I didn't kind of expect that, to be honest. I thought people would just kind of run away and go, oh, look, your laws are bad. We're not here for that. But I am starting to see more people that are eager to have that conversation, let's put it that way, to say, look, what would it mean for me to set up correctly? Or what would it mean, for me to have something that I'm protected and my project is protected? Because at the end of the day, these people spend, countless hours, blood, sweat, and tears developing something. And the last thing they want now for to happen is for it to be shut down or for them to get in trouble. So that's kind of, I'm not sure if that quite answered your question, but that's the conversations I've been having.
Yeah, no, that answered it. Thank you, mate.